Slavit for this lovely barbecue that you put on every year. Is this mic on?
I think so. Hold it close.
Okay. My name is Kathleen Crogan-Camara, and I'm a former candidate for state senate in the 2022 Democratic primary, where I got 40% of the vote, and I am announcing my candidacy for state senate in 2024. In Randolph, I would be representing North and Central Randolph. I live in Randolph. I'm a mom, a former small business owner and operator for 20 years, and a registered nurse. Right up front, I must tell you that I am the only one in the race who is pro-choice, pro-LGBTQ+ rights, and pro-small business. That means the incumbent, Walter F. Timilty, is not pro-choice, not pro-LGBTQ+ rights, and not pro-small business. As a registered nurse, I advocate for inclusivity in healthcare. I advocate for Medicare for all in Massachusetts, MassCare. Abortion was really a hot topic in my race, and I spoke out really strongly about it. The incumbent did not. Abortion, how we talk about it, how we think about it, as I knocked on people's doors and talked to them about it, you would think this is Massachusetts and everyone believes in women's reproductive justice. Not true. Some people, and they're registered as a Democrat, are still conflicted. It's a complicated topic. Some people said, I really don't know how I feel about it. I honestly think it was the first time they've talked about it. Other people said, I really think that abortion shouldn't be used as birth control. Well, I don't have enough time to talk about that comment, but I think it's like mimicking the patriarchy or something. It's a very involved topic, and I'm up for the conversation. But I am definitely pro-choice. About 100 candidates in the 40 state Senate districts. I was one of only 16 who got endorsed by Planned Parenthood. So why did I decide to run for state senate after all? My daughter Erin was in a car accident when she was 16. Leaving her with a lot of disability. She has a traumatic brain injury, a life-changing car accident. I became a registered nurse to better take care of her needs. Erin is now 38. During the pandemic, when all the services were closed down, I went throughout the whole state of Massachusetts trying to get my daughter appropriate services. And a lot of people really wanted to help. I tell my whole story, and then at the end of it all, they just really didn't have the resources, or they really just didn't have the authority. So I went to our state senator, Walter F. Timilty, and I asked him for help. He's a state senator. This is exactly the job that he should have helped with. His office said, we're not going to do the heavy lift. I knew it was a heavy lift. I had been doing this heavy lift for 22 years. Erin fell through the cracks in healthcare like many of you have, or know someone who has. Many of you have fallen through the cracks in healthcare because of ridiculous criteria and categories that you don't fit into. I know I've talked to you at your doors. I've spoken to you about stories that are horrific, some as horrific as mine, and some even more so. And nobody even hears these people. Some spend nearly half their lives or more suffering. Additionally, there is no process to which to advocate or even hold major healthcare agencies and departments accountable. Healthcare is confusing, opaque, and broken. We believe that our elected politicians should work for us. You know, by the time you pay for your co-pays, your premiums, your deductibles, there's no money left. But we see our elected politicians spending 90% of their time taking photo ops and giving out certificates. Well, when I'm state senator, I'll enjoy giving out certificates. It's very nice. But I believe that being a state senator, there's a lot of work and a lot of issues to work on. They don't touch on things like health care. And let me just say, by the way, that Massachusetts is pretty good on health care. We're pretty lucky. But there's a lot of people, like I say, that fall through the cracks and just can't afford health care. So why are important issues like health care and immigration not addressed? Answer: because they are too political and it won't get them elected. What I do know from talking to you at your doors in 2022, that's more work needs to be done. It showed up like a blaring neon light during COVID. Those things that were problems way before COVID. I recognize my privilege as a candidate. I also recognize how the status quo is digging in their heels to push back on some of these major issues we need to have work done. I'll fight for our democratic values. I fought for my family for 22 years, being entrenched in the healthcare system. I'll fight for your family. Lastly, I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart that to win the state Senate, I will need your help. I'll need door knockers, meet and greets, and lots of donations. My 2022 campaign cost, wait, $70,000. The incumbent spent $40,000 on the previous challenger. He spent $100,000 to beat me. Why? Because of the issues I brought forward. Now, I'm considered to be a contender, and I hope for your vote. He used his war chest on me. Don't let him do it this time. Let's build our war chest. Help me build the war chest. Give as much as you possibly can on www.KathleenCamara.com. There's also donation envelopes here. And my business card with the address is. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much.